Your company is global and you have locations all throughout the world, and you're looking at hosted VoIP solutions or hosted PBX. One of the things you really want to take into consideration with the hosted VoIP providers you're researching is where they have points of presence. You want to be very careful with how you ask this question, because as someone who quotes hosted VoIP providers on a daily basis, I know that depending on how you ask this question, you're going to get different answers. You want to really ask them, where are your local voice gateways? And you want to be very specific with explaining it. You want to know if, say you have a location in Australia, if someone in Australia picks up the phone to make a local phone call to another business in Australia, is that phone going to come all the way back out of Australia to maybe the United States to pull dial tone, and that's an international call to Australia? Or does a hosted VoIP provider have a local, what we call a local voice gateway there in Australia, so that dial tone is going to be provided from Australia? So if you have global locations, you really want to make sure you ask, do you have a local voice gateway in the countries that our company has locations, or at least nearby? And what that will do, it not only saves you on international calls, but it also, more importantly, even if the provider says, hey, we'll waive all international calling, that's great, but voice quality is obviously going to be affected if your phone calls, your local phone calls in this example in Australia, are pulling dial tone all the way from the United States versus right there in Australia or any other country where you're located. So that's just one thing you want to make sure you're very clear on. If you're shopping hosted VoIP providers and you're a global company, ask about the service provider's local gateways. Don't just ask about data centers, because that's different than a local gateway. They may have a data center in that country, but they may not have a local voice gateway, and make sure you explain the scenario like I just did to you. So I hope that's helpful. Hope that gets you to the right vendors quickly. And by the way, you don't have to know all this stuff. Just give us a call. We'll be happy to help you find the best service providers for your company's exact needs. Just give us a call or email us. We'd be happy to help. Have a great day.